City number 1, Detroit. What comes to your mind when you hear the name Detroit? For some people, it is the home of American cars. For others, it is a city with a difficult history. But there is much more to Detroit than these simple descriptions. Detroit is a major city in Michigan, located near the Canadian border. In the 20th century, it became one of the most important centers of the American automobile industry. Thousands of people came to Detroit looking for jobs and a better life. But then, things began to change. Factories closed. Jobs disappeared. Many families moved away. Some neighborhoods became poorer, and the city faced serious social problems. Crime became an important concern in some areas. But here is what makes Detroit's story interesting. The city did not simply give up. Today, Detroit is changing again. New businesses are opening, old buildings are being renovated, and many communities are working hard to improve their neighborhoods. Detroit also has a rich cultural history. It played a huge role in the development of Motown music and remains closely connected to American car culture. So, is Detroit simply a dangerous city? Not at all. Like many large cities, Detroit has areas with different levels of crime and safety. Millions of people have lived, worked, and built their lives there. The real story of Detroit is a story of success, decline, struggle, and recovery. And this is only the first city. Stay until the end because the other cities on our list have their own surprising stories. City number 2, Baltimore. What do you think of when you hear the name Baltimore? Some people think of its beautiful harbor, historic buildings, and important role in American history. Others know Baltimore because of the challenges it has faced, including crime and social problems. Baltimore is a major city in the state of Maryland, located on the east coast of the United States. For many years, it was an important center for shipping, trade, and industry. The city's port helped it grow and connect with people from around the world. However, over time, Baltimore faced many difficulties. The decline of some industries led to job losses, and some communities experienced poverty and economic challenges. These problems contributed to higher crime rates in certain areas. But Baltimore is more than its challenges. The city has a rich culture, famous neighborhoods, universities, museums, and a strong community of people working to create positive change. Many residents are proud of their city and continue building a better future. Baltimore also has an important place in American history. It played a role in the War of 1812 and inspired the writing of the United States national anthem. The story of Baltimore teaches us an important lesson. A city cannot be defined by only its problems. Behind every challenge are people, history, culture, and hope. Baltimore is a city that continues to change, grow, and search for a brighter future. City number 3, Memphis. Imagine a city famous for music, history, and one of the most important rivers in America. Now imagine that this same city has struggled with serious crime problems for many years. That city is Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis is located along the Mississippi River. It is famous around the world for its connection to blues, soul, and rock and roll music. The city played an important role in the careers of many famous musicians, and places like Beale Street became symbols of American music. But Memphis has another side. Like many cities, Memphis has faced poverty, unemployment, and other social challenges. Some neighborhoods have experienced higher levels of violent crime, making public safety a major concern for residents and city leaders. But statistics do not tell the whole story. Memphis is also home to families, students, workers, businesses, artists, and communities that are working every day to make their neighborhoods better. The city has beautiful parks, important historical sites, famous food, and a culture that attracts visitors from around the world. One of the most important lessons from Memphis is that a city cannot be defined by crime alone. Behind the headlines are real people trying to build better lives. So, when you hear the name Memphis, remember both sides of the story. A city with serious challenges, but also a city with a powerful culture, a fascinating history, and people who continue to work for a better future. And remember, we still have one more city to discover, and its story may surprise you. City number 4, St. Louis. Our final city is St. Louis, Missouri. When people hear the name St. Louis, they may immediately think of the famous Gateway Arch. This huge monument represents the city's role in the history of westward expansion in the United States. But behind the famous landmark is a city that has faced serious challenges. St. Louis has struggled with poverty, population loss, and high crime rates in some areas. For many years, violent crime has been an important concern for residents and city officials. However, just like the other cities in this video, St. Louis should not be described only by its crime statistics. The city has many communities, schools, businesses, parks, restaurants, and historic neighborhoods. St. Louis also has a fascinating cultural history. It is known for blues music, baseball, and its important location along the Mississippi River. Today, different organizations and community groups are working to improve neighborhoods and create more opportunities for local residents. So, what can we learn from these 4 cities? Detroit, Memphis, and St. Louis, and the other cities discussed in this video, show us that crime is only one part of a city's story. Behind every statistic are real people, families, communities, and histories. A city can experience difficult times and still have the ability to change. Thank you for listening and watching. If you enjoyed this English listening practice, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with someone who is learning English. Keep practicing, keep learning, and see you in the next video.